The world of three-row crossover land is boring. Very boring. Then comes along the Zoom Zoom company with their CX-9, a 7-passenger Miata. Well, not quite. The CX-9 is pretty good for what it is, a three-row SUV, 7-passenger full-size crossover that combines room for the family and their gear, plus style, wit, and most importantly, and notably absent from this segment, character. Mazda calls it the driver's SUV. Is it? In this review, we'll find out. Our CX-9 is a 2017 Grand Touring all-wheel drive painted in jet black mica and features the sand perforated leather interior. Pricing when new is shown to the left. For the most part, even with the 2019 and 2020 models, the CX-9 remains mostly carryover, with attention paid mostly to tech upgrades, iActiv-Sense, which bundles automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, blind spot monitor, rear cross traffic alert, adaptive cruise with lane departure and lane keep assist, which this vehicle is all equipped with. It is now standard equipment across the trim levels. You also get a larger 9-inch screen with Apple CarPlay and Google Android Auto. As stated before, our car is all-wheel drive with Mazda's fully automatic iActiv all-wheel drive system with power coming from the SkyActiv-G 2.5-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. This engine is of aluminum block and head construction with dynamic pressure turbos and a 10.5-to-1 compression ratio. It creates 250 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, 310 pound-feet of torque at 2,000 RPM. With performance ratings of 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.2 seconds, 0 to 100 miles per hour reached in 19.5 seconds, with a quarter mile in 15.5 seconds at 90 miles per hour. Top speed is electronically limited to 132 miles per hour. Pretty good for a vehicle with a 4,327 pound curb weight. Maximum towing capacity is 3,500 pounds. The CX-9 features a 19.5 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes 4.3 gallons per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 448 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 20 miles per gallon city, 26 miles per gallon highway, and 23 miles per gallon combined. On my 23-mile driving test, returned an average of 25.5 miles per gallon. Pretty impressive. The sole available transmission is not the MX-5 short-throw 6-speed manual, but rather Mazda's SkyActiv-Drive electronically controlled 6-speed automatic. This transmission features manual shift capability and sport mode. Shifts seem seamless and quick in both manual and automatic mode. The CX-9 follows Mazda's Japanese sculptural design with prioritizing an object's elements and aesthetics to be realized by human hands, ultimately fulfilling the movement of the Kodo through soul of motion. Looking at the rear, the CX-9 features a steeply raked hatch design that looks really good, but could impede on load height, especially the third row headroom. Rear lighting is LED with the exception of reverse and turn indicators, those are incandescent. I like the chrome strip that seamlessly divides the taillights from the reverse lights. This vehicle is equipped with the rear backup camera, ultrasonic park sensors, and dual exhausts. And along the profile, the sports car-like design continues where it almost resembles a sport wagon, just on a higher ride height. The CX-9 sits on a 115.3-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 199.4 inches, just under 17 feet long. And steering is electrically assisted variable rate, vehicle speed sensitive rack and pinion with 3.1 turns lock to lock and a 38.8 foot turning radius. Wheels are specific to the Grand Touring and are 20-inch dark silver alloy wheels with P255/50 R20 Falcon ZX CT50 all-season tires, front and rear. Brakes are 4-wheel disc brakes with 12.6-inch vented rotors up front and 12.8-inch solid rotors in the rear. They are assisted by ABS, traction control, automatic emergency braking, and electronic brake force distribution. The brakes can bring the CX-9 from 70 miles per hour to 0 in 169 feet. And up front is where the CX-9 really stands out from the crowd. Following the Japanese design language of vehicles having large, imposing grilles and front fascias, while the CX-9 is no different, it is far less intrusive than what is seen on Lexus or Infiniti. Headlamps are very well styled and are low-profile adaptive xenon HID headlamps and projector housings. The LED daytime running lights and LED turn indicators are nicely integrated into the halo circle around the perimeter of the main headlight. The chrome grille surround flows nicely into the headlight design for an almost one-piece look. The large Mazda logo front and center hides the radar for the adaptive cruise control. LED fog lamps are almost hidden but reside within the Mobius strip down below. Alright, and as we're driving down the interstate, I can't help but notice how quiet this vehicle is, how smooth and refined the ride is. It doesn't really, it feels just like any other crossover SUV really, but for some reason this one feels a little bit more controlled, a little bit more stable, a little bit more just planted on the road. Alright, we have smart key access system on this. It's very easy to operate by keeping the key fob in your purse pocket. You're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors. Locate the little black button here. The vehicle will beep. Lights will flash once, indicating that it is locked. To unlock, simply press the button again. You'll hear 2 beeps and 2 flashes. And here we are. You see here a very, very nice interior. Nice high quality materials. Got some soft touch here. Brushed aluminum look. Contrasting sand. Satin silver door pulls. And you got your power mirror switch. Power door locks. Window lockout. And of course your power mirrors. Or power windows I mean. Piano black trim with chrome accents. Molded door pockets with a beverage holder. And your Bose premium speaker. This vehicle does have 8-way power driver's seat, adjustable lumbar support, and you also got 2 driver memory. Looking down here, you have your fuel door release. You've also got your hood release. A small amount of buttons here. You have your lift gate. You got your blind spot detection, parking sensors, lane departure warning, traction control system, and tire pressure monitor reset. Leather wrap, tilt and telescoping steering wheel. Taking a look at the seats. And the seats are very, very comfortable, very supportive. They do look narrow, but they actually fit very well. You got French stitching on the headrest, along the side bolsters, perforated inserts. Alright, let's pan through the interior and show more details. As you can see here, nice, fluid, easy to use, electrically assisted power steering. As stated before, it is a leather wrapped steering wheel. Nice sporty 3-spoke design with satin aluminum trim. It is a thin rim wheel, has a good feel to it. Got some side grips here at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions. Multifunction controls here for your audio controls. Also this button, the info button center press, will actually activate your trip computer here. Various different menus here. Of course, you also have your phone controls as well. On this side, you have your controls for your radar cruise control, set, resume, mode, and cancel and off. Pretty simple. No paddle shifters on this car. Clear, easy to read, 3-gauge design. You got your 8,000 RPM tach with your gear position indicator on the left. Front and center is a 160 mile per hour speedometer. And on the right is your reconfigurable display. It does feature a fuel mileage indicator or coolant temperature, depending on what screen. Various trip computer functions as shown before. and your fuel gauge with outside temperature display, odometer, and distance to empty. And as you can see, you also have push button start. Moving over the top of the dash, you have your Bose speakers here, your cowling here for the heads-up display, Bose center point speaker in the top of the dash, and as you can see, a floating display. It is a touchscreen display, however, it is actually easier to use the multimedia controls here, as I'll show. And of course, placing the vehicle in reverse does activate your backup camera. It does have fixed guidance lines. On the center console, hit your home button. As you can see, you'll go home. Just turn the wheel. You can also move the wheel from side to side, up and down. Access vehicle settings here. This is your heads-up display. You can adjust your height, your brightness control, rotation, display information, various sorts of information here. How your display looks, safety systems as far as your lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, all that kind of stuff. Sound controls, bass, treble, fade, all that. Clock, whether you want to GPS sync it for 24-hour time. Different vehicle controls. Bluetooth device setup. Your system. Applications will show basically HD radio, traffic map, all that kind of stuff, fuel economy monitor, various information like that. It's a pretty nice little system. Alright, moving down. More of the brushed aluminum trim. Chrome rings around your central air vents with your four-way flashers. Not that we need it today because it's extremely hot, but we have 3-stage heated seats for the front seats. Moving the shifter out of the way, we have a dual zone automatic climate control here. You got your mode controls. It's really nice. These two buttons here, you can either move forward or you can move backwards really quickly instead of having to cycle through the entire system again. That's pretty cool. Adjustable fan speed, I kind of wish that was a dial, but the push buttons work just as well. Control for your rear air, recirculate, of course, AC, front and rear defroster, that kind of thing. Nice deep storage bin here. And of course your shift lever. You got a piano black bezel here with chrome trim. Sport mode. Electronic parking brake. This is your multimedia information stuff. And your volume control for your radio. Cup holder. A really nice padded center armrest with dual opening lids. 2 USB ports. Auxiliary input jack. It's probably a utility port there. But as you can see, nice deep storage. It is felt lined. Overall, the interior of this CX-9 is actually a very nice place to be. It's very comfortable. I think it's very well styled. Has a nice sporty appearance to it. Overhead, we have an automatic dimming mirror, 3-channel HomeLink universal garage door opener. Overhead, you have sunglasses holder. You have your dome light, dome override, sunroof control, ambient lighting, individual map lights. They are LED. Nice padded sun visors with illuminated vanity mirrors on the driver and passenger side. The sun visors also obviously swing out, and they also have slide out extensions. And you have dampened overhead assist handles. Alright, it says this is Mazda's largest 3-row crossover SUV. Let's take a look at the third row first. Gaining access to the third row is pretty easy, although it's been made easier in the 2020 models. As you can see though, one motion unlocks the seat, moves the seat back, allows the seat to slide forward on these rails, and it provides access to our third row seat. What we have back here is a vinyl trimmed 50/50 split folding seat. Not much in the way of creature comforts back here, as you can see. Not a whole lot of leg room. Small windows. You got your seat belts, storage and cup holders, and some speakers. There are no air vents back here. There are also no charging ports in the third row. All right, moving the seat back. These are reclining seats. They're also adjustable for rake or fore and aft adjust, and of course your seat back adjust. Perforated leather back here continues. Second row seat does seat 3 across. As shown, it is a 60/40 split folding seat, and as stated before, they're fully adjustable, reclining seat backs, as well as fore and aft adjust. High adjustable head restraints on all passenger seating areas. You do have a fold-down padded center armrest, integrated cup holders. It opens up to reveal storage. You've also got two 2.1 amp USB charge ports. As you can see, second row does have raisable window shades, overhead assist handles, coat hooks, LED reading lights. And the rear seat passengers also have their own adjustable climate control for a total of a 3-zone climate. They have their own fan speed, own temperature, and their own mode controls as well. A very nice thing. 2 positional air vents. Both seat backs have 2 levels of storage in the seat back pockets. I forgot to go over the door. It pretty much continues the same theme as the front doors. Brushed aluminum, chrome, satin silver, various of that nature. I kind of like this view actually, but I'm trying to show the heads-up display. My cameras just don't do heads-up displays very well, but it's pretty bright and clear to the actual unaided eye. But overall, my driving experience in the CX-9, this is the first time I've actually ever driven a CX-9, and I know they're pretty much carryover for the 2020 model year, but I really like it. I like the way the interior looks. I like the way it's styled. Overall, it's just a really nice car. Alright, so my conclusion with the Mazda CX-9 is that overall I really like it. I think it's a really well built, real nice riding, good handling vehicle with good performance. It lacks in third row room and overall cargo room. I think it kind of falls behind, so that's something to take into consideration when looking into buying one of these. Alright, there are a couple ways you can open the liftgate. You can obviously press the liftgate open button on the driver's side instrument panel. Underneath the Mazda logo, right about where the peak is, there is a small switch here. You can press that. Or you can press and hold the liftgate key fob button. And there we are. Alright, and here we are, storage, the luggage area for the CX-7. We will post the specific cubic feet. But as you can see here, there's a nice flat floor. You have a small amount of hidden storage here. And underneath you have a full-size spare tire with your jack and tools. Alright, got some hooks here. Tie-down hooks behind here. That's your top tether for your child seat. Battery operated 12-volt power point. You have another hook here. Alright, folding the seats for the third row is extremely easy. Actually, all the seats are easy. There's no power folding seats in this vehicle, but here we go. We'll just locate these handles here. First, we'll press, or it'll dump the headrest, and then in the same motion also unlocks it, which is really nice. Alright, and we'll do the same on the other one. And just push it forward. Alright, and there is our storage with the third row seats in the folded position. Now, let's go fold the second row seats. Alright, folding the second row seats is extremely easy. It's the same on both sides. Just locate the recliner lever and lift up, and the seat bottom cushion, or the seat back, will fold flat. Alright, and here's a look at the cargo area with all seats folded. As you can see, it is a nice load flat floor. There is no actual cover panel that will cover that gap there. However, it will still facilitate a loading of long items. And if you want to close the liftgate, locate the button in the trim panel. Simple as that. Alrighty, this does conclude our review of the 2017 Mazda CX-9 Grand Touring all-wheel drive. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and of course check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and Instagram page at BrensoJ1. Of course, as always, thanks for watching.